Welcome everyone. My name is Mark DeJong, and in this video we will begin to explore the history of the drums in jazz. The first drummers we will examine could be considered to be percussionists more than drummers in the modern sense of the word. Two of the most important and influential in the early years of jazz were originally from New Orleans, Warren "Baby" Dodds and Tony Spargo. Dodds was born in 1898 into a musical family. His father and uncle played violin, and his sister played harmonica. His older brother, Johnny, would become a clarinetist of very high stature in early jazz. Dodds was so interested in drums that he attempted to make his own out of an empty lard can and nails, leading to his first drum lessons with local teachers. His earliest performing experiences were courtesy of legendary New Orleans trumpeter Bunk Johnson, while his exposure to such Crescent City luminaries as Buddy Bolden and Jelly Roll Morton and others helped to shape his early approach to music. Dodds would soon become one of the top drummers in New Orleans, with other musicians marveling at his ability to interact with soloists with sophisticated fills and a rich variety of tones. His reputation for keeping steady time on the bass drum while decorating the pulse with accents, flourishes, and extended buzz rolls on the snare led to his professional engagements with prominent bandleaders like Fate Maribel, Joe King Oliver's Creole Jazz Band, Jelly Roll Morton's Red Hot Peppers, and of course the legendary Louis Armstrong Hot 5 and Hot 7 groups. Significant recordings that feature Dodds include Dippermouth Blues with King Oliver, The Pearls with Jelly Roll Morton, and Potato Head Blues with Louis Armstrong and his Hot 7. Dodds' New Orleans style bridged the early military drum style with a flowing interactive approach, and he performed well into the 1940s and played a significant role in the New Orleans revival by touring with other New Orleans musicians such as Jimmy Noon, Bunk Johnson, and Mez Mesro. Tony Spargo also showed an early affinity for drums and was working regularly already by age 14 with various New Orleans outfits including the Frail Brothers Band and Papa Jack Lane's Reliance Band. Spargo left for Chicago in 1916 to join the original Dixieland Jazz Band and would soon become a part of history. The ODJB went into the studio in 1917 in Chicago and made the world's first jazz recordings. Check out history by listening to Livery Stable Blues and Tiger Rag. Spargo was a highly inventive player who is often cited as the strongest improviser in the group, as demonstrated by his creative use of woodblocks, cymbals, and cowbells. His career included a stint in 1927 as the leader of a New York-based original Dixieland jazz band, and he would go on to perform with other notable musicians such as Miff Mole and Eddie Condon. The next drummer we will examine is the incredible Sonny Greer. Greer was born in Long Branch, New Jersey in 1895 and first studied drums at an early age with vaudeville drummer Rosemount Johnson. His early performance experience was as part of the school band. Soon he was part of a pit band in Red Bank, New Jersey, alongside fellow young musician hopefuls William Basie and Cozy Cole. Next, he was hired to play in the pit orchestra of the prestigious Plaza Hotel in Asbury Park, New Jersey. While at the Plaza, he met Duke Ellington, and soon after found himself working regularly with Ellington in Washington, D.C. In 1924, he was invited to compile a band for Fats Waller and Elmer Snowden for an engagement in New York City. Soon after, Ellington assumed control of the Snowden Band and renamed it the Washingtonians, before evolving into the Duke Ellington Orchestra. It was an association that would last 28 years, with Greer contributing to many of the most memorable early and middle period recordings by the Ellington Orchestra. While at the Cotton Club, Greer and his drums and percussion were a major focal point for the Ellington Band. Since he was associated with a percussion manufacturing company, he had an extensive battery of percussion equipment custom made for him that included tom-toms, snares, gongs, kettle drums, wood blocks, chimes, and other various percussion instruments. Ellington himself described Greer as Not the world's best reader of music, but the world's best percussionist reactor. This is evidenced by the fact that Ellington didn't write any drum parts for Greer during much of their association. You can hear Sonny Greer as an integral part of the Ellington sound on such recordings as Rockin' in Rhythm, East St. Louis Toodaloo, Stompy Jones, and many more. Here to demonstrate some drum techniques as utilized by Dodds, Greer, and Spargo, here is Calgary drummer Jon McCaslin.